Hi, I'm Valerie, a registered nurse and health educator specializing in wellness. I have helped a lot of people improve their health by making small, realistic changes that add up over time. Getting more daily movement is one of the key components of improving health. Many people come to me with this belief that they must hit that 10,000 steps every day in order to be healthy. And it is true that for many years, that goal has been promoted everywhere as the standard, that you need to hit 10,000 steps a day for good health. But I have found that for many people, that number is overwhelming and frankly unrealistic. 10,000 steps is roughly 5 miles of walking every single day, which can feel out of reach for anyone with a desk job or a busy schedule. And because of that, a lot of people get discouraged and feel like if they cannot hit that magic number, it is not even worth trying. So they don't even move at all. The good news is that newly released research has given us a much clearer picture of how many steps you really need to make a difference. A large study looked at step counts and long term health outcomes and showed that most of the major health benefits, including lowering risk of heart disease, dementia, depression, and even early death, happens at around 5,000 to 7,000 steps per day. Beyond 7,000 steps, any increased benefits sort of level off for most outcomes. Now, if you're already getting in 10,000 steps or more, that is fantastic. Keep at it. More movement is always good for your health, and this obviously works well for you. But if 10,000 steps has always felt overwhelming and unattainable for you, you can breathe a little sigh of relief knowing that you don't need to hit that number to dramatically improve your health. In this video, I will walk you through what this new research actually found, why it is encouraging news, and some simple ways to add more steps into your day. Before we dive deeper into this new research, it's worth asking, where did that 10,000 step goal even come from anyway? Surprisingly, it wasn't based on any medical research at all. The idea started back in the 1960s as part of a marketing campaign in Japan. A company created a pedometer called the Manpo Key, which translates to 10,000 steps meter. And I'm sure I messed up that pronunciation. But that number of 10,000 was catchy, easy to remember, and it sounded like a solid fitness target. So over time, that 10,000 step rule just stuck. Yep, I was surprised to learn this too. It really was all based on BS marketing. And the problem is that no one ever really tested whether 10,000 steps was the magic number for better health. And for decades, it was simply repeated as if it were fact because it was simple and motivating. And to be fair, aiming for 10,000 steps isn't really bad. More movement is almost always a good thing. But now we finally have some stronger evidence to show what step counts actually lead to better health outcomes. And the results might be a lot more achievable than you think. This new research was a large meta-analysis, meaning that it pulled together data from dozens of studies and hundreds of thousands of people to look at how daily step counts affect long-term health. And the results really challenged the old 10,000 steps advice. More movement was still shown to make a big difference. And I'm going to put up some of the remarkable stats on the screen here while I talk about the results. People who averaged around 7,000 steps a day had dramatically better health outcomes compared to those who only got around 2,000. Their risk of dying from any cause was nearly cut in half, and they were far less likely to develop heart disease or die from cardiovascular problems, experience depression, or even develop dementia. The risk of cancer death was also much lower. But it was also found that you do not need extreme step counts to see these benefits. Most of the health improvements happened in the range of 5,000 to 7,000 steps a day. Going beyond 7,000 steps still had some additional benefits, but the difference between 7,000 and 10,000 was surprisingly small for most outcomes and made much less of an impact compared to the difference between 2,000 and 5,000 steps per day. So even if you are not walking miles and miles, consistent daily movement makes a big difference for your long-term health. But you don't need to hit that magic 10,000 steps to dramatically improve your health. If you already love getting 10,000 steps or more, by all means, keep it up. More movement is still great for you. I certainly do not want to discourage that. This new research just shows that you can feel confident that you are doing something good for your body, even if your daily step count is lower than that. For a lot of people, this is really encouraging news because 10,000 steps can feel overwhelming. And I know from my work that for many, it is simply not realistic every day. 10,000 steps is about 5 miles of walking, which can be tough to fit in if you have a desk job, a busy family schedule, or joint or mobility issues. I have seen many people try to hit this goal and then feel like a big failure when they cannot. But this study shows that you can see real health improvement and disease prevention with much fewer steps. Even if you're only averaging 4,000 to 5,000 steps now, increasing that by just 1,000 or 2,000 steps a day can have a huge impact on your health over time. That's just a few extra short walks, or parking further away, or getting up and moving around a little more during the day. I have spoken with so many people who feel like they have failed because they are not able to reach that 10,000 steps every day. So this study is a good reminder that progress at any level is worth celebrating, and that consistency matters far more than perfection. Health benefits come from moving your body regularly, not from chasing an arbitrary number. If you are not sure how many steps you are getting right now, you are not alone. Most people don't track their steps at all. So the first step is simply to find out where you are starting from. And you can just use your phone or a smartwatch or even just a basic pedometer for a few days without trying to change anything. Just see what your normal days look like. Once you know your baseline, don't worry about jumping straight to that 7,000 steps. The real goal is simple: sit less and move more in ways that you can stick with. The best way to do that is to build tiny habits into your day that don't feel like a big workout or a huge time commitment. Start with something so easy that it almost feels too small to matter. Like take the long way to the kitchen or the bathroom. Stand up and stretch every time you finish an email or a phone call. When you're waiting for your coffee to brew, march in place. If you watch TV at night, get up and move during one commercial break or between episodes. When putting away your clean laundry, place the basket in the next room and walk each piece of clothing to your dresser separately. The trick is to pair more movement with things that you already do every day. If you always pour a second cup of coffee in the morning, take a quick lap around your house or down the hallway first. If you talk on the phone, stand up and walk around while you chat. These tiny changes do not feel like exercise, but they add up over time. Make the habit easy so that you will stick with it. The easier the habit is, the more likely you are to keep doing it. Over time, you will naturally start moving more without having to even think about it, and your step count will climb almost effortlessly. The most important thing to take away from this new research is that every bit of movement you add really does matter, no matter where you are starting from. You do not need to be perfect, and you do not need to chase an arbitrary number to make meaningful difference in your health. Consistently getting to 5,000 or 7,000 steps a day, even if it takes a while to build up to it, can still lower your risk of heart disease, dementia, depression, and even early death. And the benefits don't stop there. Movement also helps improve joint health, it helps maintain muscle strength, and boosts your mood and energy, which can make other healthy habits easier to stick with. And if you are already living with heart disease, arthritis, or other health conditions, this is just as important. Moving more, even in small amounts, keeps your body functioning better and can help slow the progression of many chronic conditions. Instead of feeling frustrated that you are not getting in 10,000 steps every single day, or even if you have no idea how many steps you get in a day, focus on what you can do today to move just a little bit more than you did yesterday. Over time, these small, consistent changes have a huge impact on how well your heart, your brain, and your body will work for you as you get older. Every step more that you get in truly counts. And you don't have to be perfect. You just have to get going and move more. Start from where you are, build from there, and do not underestimate the power of tiny steps that lead to consistent changes. If you are ready to take charge of your health in more ways that feel realistic and sustainable, check out my Thrive in 25 program. It is a self paced wellness course built around 25 simple, evidence based steps, all delivered in one easy to use spreadsheet. Each step includes video guidance, written resources, and practical tools designed to help you build habits that support your energy, reduce inflammation, and improve long term health. Increasing your step count is just one way to improve your health and prevent chronic disease. Thrive in 25 gives you 25 more small steps that you can take to feel your best. There is a link in the description if you want to check it out. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with someone who might need this encouragement, and don't forget to subscribe for more science-based wellness information that can help you live a healthier, longer life. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, please take good care of yourself.